Welcome back. It is Sunday, June 2nd in the MLB, and my three favorite picks are on the way. What's going on, everyone? It's Logan from Calling Our Shot here to close out the weekend strong. Let's make some money today. It's Sunday in baseball. Those Sundays in baseball can be tricky to navigate. So I do have three favorite picks that I like today. Hopefully we can go 3-0, 2-1 at the very worst. But yesterday, very small setback in our journey. 1-2 day, losing just a little over a unit. Let's talk about it because it could have been a 2-1 day easily if Ozzie Albies respected coin, but alas, he did not. The Cubs, they came through. We had to wait a hell of a long time for that one, but they respected coin on their team total. You'll have to see that end in a Grand Slam fashion. And then speaking of Grand Slam, yeah, the Angels' first five run line, that was a donation. Reed Detmers, what are you doing? I mean, I was tricked. I was fooled. I thought Reed Detmers would have a good start. He landed himself back in AAA. You hate to see that. And then on the other one that was way more annoying than that one was our hitter parlay. Freddie Freeman and Ozzie Albies each to record a hit. Freddie Freeman got his hit. Ozzie Albies 0 for 5 at the plate, man. He was still swinging at terrible pitches. He just looked lost up there yesterday. That's okay, guys. A 1-2 day is not going to kill the bankroll, but that's why we kind of bankroll manage. You know, we're not going to go crazy one day, even though we swept on Friday. You still got to follow it up with a better day, and we did not do that yesterday. Today, let's get back on track and make some money. And where does that start? It starts in Baltimore. I'm taking the Rays and the Orioles first five under 4.5, minus 104 odds on FanDuel is your best value. Yeah, I'm taking a first five under in this one because I think we get a pitcher stool to start this game. Whatever happens in the bullpen can happen in the bullpen. I just do like these two starting pitchers matchups. You look at yesterday, man, woof. If you took the first five under, that was a complete donation. All 14 runs yesterday were scored in the first 5 innings. Oof. Yeah, the game flow I think is going to be different today because in baseball it's kind of it's a weird sport because one game you can have a really, crazy high scoring start, first 5, and then the other game you can have a really, a sleeper, a snooze fest. And on Sunday, in being getaway day for these teams, I could easily see it. Now let's talk about who starts for the Orioles. It's Cole Irvin. He starts for the Orioles, 2.84 ERA and a 1.13 WHIP. Instead of fading Cole Irvin like I've been trying to do, I'm just going to back him. I'm going to say there's a reason why he's got that sub-3 ERA this far into the season. He's pitching really well. He has it figured out, and part of his game is getting ground ball outs. He's 67th percentile in ground ball percentage. I really think Cole Irvin stands a good chance at keeping these Rays bats just in simple ground out mode. And worth noting, Rays 13th in ground into double play. Could Cole Irvin get a few of those working early? Sure, I would love that. I would love if he got out of a jam or two with the double play ball. The Rays are only batting 152 against lefties in their last 5 games. Again, I like the matchup for Cole Irvin. I think he stands a good chance at just sitting these batters down one after another. Irvin also only allows a 206 batting average with runners in scoring position, 214. Actually, with 2 outs and runners in scoring position, that batting average is only a 214. So you look at those numbers. Cole Irvin, really solid at stranding those runners in scoring position, and that's what you need in a first 5 innings under like that. We're going to need him to strand those base runners. I think he gets that done. Then on the other side, we've got Zach Littell starting for the Rays, 3.47 ERA and a 1.22 WHIP. Littell only has a 3.54 ERA on the road, which is worth noting because some of these pitchers, crazy home run splits. I'll talk about one of them later in this video, but Zach Littell, pretty solid on the road. I think we can trust him in Camden today. Littell, 94th percentile in walk percentage, 80th percentile in hard hit percentage, 81st percentile in chase percentage. I think he's a better pitcher than a lot of us realize. He's really solid. He's hopefully not going to do what Tosh Bradley did yesterday in host batting practice. I think Zach Littell is going to be a really solid option for the Rays in this rotation, especially today. In 31 plate appearances, the Orioles are only hitting 233 off Littell. They've seen him before, and he's had decent success. I think the clear play in this one is the first 5 under. Yes, the Orioles bats can always be, daunting, can scare you a little bit, but even on this Sunday slate, I think both starting pitchers can be good enough to get us through 5 innings in this one. Maybe we have to sweat it. Maybe they end on 4 on the dot, but I don't see 5 runs in the first 5 innings in this one. Now let's go on to our second pick. It's a team total, and you guys know we've had a lot of success with these team total picks, especially recently. We're going to not a sexy team, but a team I want to back today. It's the Washington Nationals, Team total over 3.5. -125 odds on FanDuel is your best value there. Now, if you're looking at the Nationals and why I say it's not a sexy pick at all, they haven't sniffed this line in 3 straight games. Today, I'm declaring it, putting my fist down that they get it done against Carlos Carrasco and the Guardians today. Now, Carlos Carrasco starts for the Guardians, 5.16 ERA and a 1.46 WHIP. Those numbers for Carlos Carrasco, not that good. And I hope the Washington Nationals can make him look bad today. In 113 plate appearances, oh, my throat's dry. In 113 plate appearances, the Nats roster's only is hitting 346 against Carlos Carrasco. I mean, guys, given that sample size, you have to understand why I'm taking this pick. They've seen him before, and they've absolutely lit him up. As a small ball team, a pitch-to-contact pitcher like Carlos Carrasco is what this Nationals team needs, in my opinion, to get back on track. A guy that's just going to throw pitches in the zone or out of the zone. They're gonna have to be plate disciplined today. But when they are in the zone, you can't roll over on them. You got to drive them to where the defense isn't. And I think the Nationals get that done today. Now, Carlos Carrasco also, in addition to having a high batting average against the Nationals, he's bad with runners in scoring position. That's the type of guy I want to target. He allows a 308 batting average with runners in scoring position. Also, Mother Nature should be on our side. Fingers crossed. The wind is blowing out in Cleveland today. So you like to see that. A pitcher like Carlos Carrasco doesn't strike a whole lot of batters out. Sometimes has his fair share of home run problems. Listen to this. Carrasco has allowed 8 home runs in his last 5 starts. So Nationals not necessarily a power team, but can they put the ball in play and get some extra base hits against Carlos Carrasco? I think they can get probably 3 runs off of him, and then maybe 2. Then we need 1 to 2 runs in the bullpen after Carlos Carrasco comes out. Now, Cleveland is first in bullpen ERA, but I'm still looking at it as a likely possibility that that they can get at least 1 run off this bullpen and hopefully do the rest of the damage against Carlos Carrasco. I really like this one for the Nationals team total. I think there'll be a pain in the Guardian side today. Give me the Nationals team total over 3.5. Again, we've had success with the 3.5 line. It's like a magic number. I've told you guys before. 4 runs in baseball, not that hard for these offenses. You ask them for 5, you're asking the world of them for some reason. I don't know why, but I really do like the Washington Nationals today. Now let's talk about an underdog money line that I love on this Sunday slate. Give me the San Francisco Giants plus 128 odds on FanDuel. I'm taking them straight up on the money line. You can keep the 1.5. Give me the money line. I think they get it done against the Bronx Bombers today. That will not be a popular opinion. So if you disagree with me, go ahead. Let me know. Let me know that you're back in the New York Yankees in this one. This is the last game of the 8-game West Coast road trip for the New York Yankees. And when it's the last game of a big road trip like this, is the motivation at an all-time high? Not really. I mean, we've seen the human element of baseball play itself. They play such a long regular season. It's impossible for these players to get up game after game after game and just give it 110%, right? Giants are on the verge of getting swept at home. The motivation from a human aspect in this one will be higher for the Giants. And you're giving me almost a plus 130 price on this one for the home underdog. I'm going to take that 10 out of 10 times, especially in this one because I like the matchup too. Worth noting also about the Yankees, they didn't sweep either of their prior West Coast series. They played in San Diego and also in Los Angeles, Anaheim. So they did not sweep either of those teams. Could we see them let off the gas a little bit in this one against the Giants? I think so. And it starts really with Blake Snell. Now, Blake Snell rocking that 10.42 ERA and a 2 WHIP, not numbers that you are running out to back. And I understand on paper it looks bad. But what I also know is that against Snell, this Yankees lineup, not all that great. Aaron Judge, 2 for 19, only batting 105 against Snell. Giancarlo Stanton, 2 for 13, only batting 154 against him. Juan Soto, 0 for 4, has never got a hit off Blake Snell. Verdugo, 1 for 7, batting 143 off Blake Snell. So you see a lot of the guys that do a lot of damage against Blake Snell haven't really hit him all that well. I think he has a solid start in this one. Does he need to be perfect? No. Will he be perfect? Absolutely not. Blake Snell is an erratic pitcher. He walks a lot of guys, and by walking a lot of guys, he can find himself in danger. But it's worth noting that Snell only has a 2.5 earned run line at plus 120 odds on the over. So normally that's telling of a decent start. And his hits allowed line only set to 3.5. Now, guys, I look at player props all the time. I don't always bet them, but I look at them and I'm like, what are the odds makers thinking of a Blake Snell start today? They think he pitches pretty well. I mean, to get the 3.5 hits allowed line, I mean, the pitchers that pitch well normally get that line, and not Blake Snell has not been that great to start the year. I think this is sort of a get right game for him. And you might say, well, against the Bronx Bombers, how can it be a get right game? I still think he has the stuff to be able to get it done today. And then we go on the other side. It's going to be Nestor Cortes starting for the Yankees. And this is what I was talking about with the home road split. You have to look at these pitchers. Now, everyone and their mother, I've already opened up Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. Everyone and their mother's always already on Nestor Cortes under and outs. Well, I don't hate that play. Guys, you know I don't pick outs props anymore. Swarm off. At home, Nestor Cortes has a 1.12 ERA. On the road, 6.16 ERA. He's a much different pitcher on the road than he is at home. And with runners in scoring position, Cortes has been getting in and out of danger, but more often than not, he's getting hit. With runners in scoring position, Cortes allowing a 302 batting average. Can the damn Giants bring the bats today, make Nestor Cortes pay today? I think they can. The Giants are better against lefties than they are against righties. San Francisco, 12th in batting average, 13th in OPS versus lefties. I really think in this battle of lefties, it's going to go to the Giants because I just don't like Nestor Cortes pitching on the road either. And then we go to the bullpens. Obviously, we're going to have an advantage for the Yankees there. Duh. That's why their price is minus 150. San Francisco, 22nd in bullpen ERA. Yankees, 2nd in bullpen ERA. Is there a pathway for the Giants to get this one done at plus 130 underdogs? I say absolutely. Enough damage can be inflicted on Nestor Cortes to where the bullpen can just hold that lead, and hopefully maybe we get some runs off the Yankees bullpen. That would be nice. I really think the Giants' money line is the play in this one. I think they avoid the sweep. I don't know that the Yankees are necessarily, giving it their all, their Game 7 energy, especially at the end of their West Coast road trip. Give me the Giants on the money line. I love that play. Now I'll do it for our Sunday card. Let's do a quick recap of our picks. With the Rays and the Orioles, first 5 under 4.5. With the Nationals team total over 3.5. Then we have the Giants on the money line. Love that underdog money line pick. That'll do it for the picks today. Hope you guys have a great Sunday. Let's start the week off making some money tomorrow, and I'll catch you guys then. Peace out.